Welcome to the CCS National Championship game, presented by the Collegiate Conference Series on Bash with Tronus. It's time to crown a champion. This freak continues, one returning team in Akron to play a newcomer, Michigan State, for a fourth consecutive CCS National title game, Tronus. It's time to crown a champion, Michigan State, Akron. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, history will be made regardless in this matchup. Michigan State, if they win, CCS will have 5 different national championship winners across all 5 seasons. If Akron win, they are the first team in CCS history to win back-to-back natties.
Akron's already the first team in CCS history to advance to play in 2 different CCS national title games, and first ever also to go back-to-back to the title game. We'll see if it can spell glory again for the Zips, or if Michigan State can continue a trend where no one has ever won back-to-back.
I mean, we saw them have a great showing versus Mizzou. They started slow. They went down 1-2, but those next 3 games were unreal. 4, 5, and 6. Akron looked unstoppable, but then again, on the other side of the coin, Michigan State dominating Drexel from the get-go. 4-1 over the number 1 overall seed in the tournament, a team that they had lost to back in non-conference play a couple months ago. They got it right back. They looked unstoppable. Now these 2 teams going head to head. It's going to be insane.
We spoke with Jonathan back at the selection show 3 weeks ago, and he told us that they were going to do whatever it takes to win a title again and get back to the title game. Well, that they have done, and they said they wanted Michigan State. They've gotten now Michigan State. And the Michigan State director, I think who also was in chat, he clipped Jonathan saying they were going to win it all again and beat no matter who was in their path. And now, Jonathan, you better put your money where your mouth is, buddy.
Yeah, we know he is very confident. We know the whole Akron team is confident. They have to show up and show out. They wanted Michigan State. They got him. I think Jonathan, he wanted that new level of competition. Drexel is a team that they've played a bunch. I think he wanted to spice it up a little bit in the Natty versus Michigan State. He made it here. Akron made it here, and Michigan State made it here as well. Now, one last match for CCS Season 5. We'll see who can get it done.
These teams have survived 5 rounds of this unrelenting CCS championship bracket. Jonas, 1 round remains for a national title. For the winner of this one, both teams guaranteed $100 no matter what the outcome of this series is. An extra $200 in play here.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be so incredible to see. I mean, we were looking so forward to this weekend. It has been incredible so far, and it all leads up to this, the penultimate matchup, Michigan State, Akron Gold. I mean, we saw both these teams just have themselves incredible national semifinal performances again. Now going into it, I mean, who do you got, Nation? I got to ask.
Well, remember, Akron is Akron. I got to stand with Akron. So we'll see, how things shake out. And, Jonathan has been one of the biggest supporters over the last 2 seasons of CCS. So I gotta back him. But again, I'm a fan of both these teams. Michigan State's been fun to have this season. They're going to be fun to watch for seasons to come, as well as Akron. And I'm excited to see the outcome of this. I think Akron wins it. But again, anything can happen as we know it. We've both been wrong in the past. We've both been right in the past. We'll see how tonight shakes out. But nonetheless, it's going to be a fun night. And just while we're sitting here waiting, I want to talk about the Summer League. CCS Season 6.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll kick off Sunday, May 25th. $500 again in prizing. It's going to be a blast. We'll see you guys there for CCS Season 6 this summer.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really exciting to see throughout the summer. Obviously, most likely to be a couple less teams. Summer it's a busy time for everyone, going home to their family. Everyone's going to be busy. With that being said, it's still going to be an action-packed season. It's going to be incredible to see. There's still going to be that same prize pool. There's still going to be the same tournament. We're going to see who's going to be able to be crowned national championship in Season 6. That's going to be incredible to see. And ultimately, it's just been so fun to see this league develop right from its roots, and now being able to keep moving things forward through the summer and eventually into the fall. It's incredible.
We'll see what 2025 6 school year has in store for us, but we're still closing out 2024-25 school year strong, and what a way to close out Michigan State Akron in our national title game. We're still waiting on Akron to hop in the lobby here as Jonathan and crew taking their sweet time, Jonas, but nonetheless, what are their thoughts going into this game? As you just watched Michigan State now in back-to-back rounds take over 10 minutes for both teams to score.
I mean, it's really intriguing to see them go toe-to-toe because Akron, they just shut down one of the best offenses in the league in Missouri. They shut them down. They looked absolutely unstoppable. We saw Mizzou trying to do everything they could. They could not get through Akron, but Michigan State, on the other hand, they took it straight to Drexel, a team who they had lost to in the past, a team who, had been unbeaten at this point in the season, and they took them down in game 5. They didn't even let it get to 6. They didn't let it get to 7. They only let Drexel get one game before eliminating them, shutting their run down in the national semifinal. They have a ton of momentum going into this series. Akron, I mean, we'll see. I mean, ultimately, Michigan State, they shocked me. For those who don't know, I predicted Drexel to go all the way. I stood by that decision. I truly believed in it. Michigan State, they stole that in a way in a heartbeat. This team looks insanely good.
I mean, Akron's also got a lot of momentum, though. They came from behind to beat Missouri, but again, Drexel was number 1 overall seed in this tournament. They got to pick the schedule for tonight. They elected to go second, which made Akron go first to give them a break and potentially come in cold to the title game. This last season, Drexel wanted to go first, and we all know how that panned out for the Dragons. But now this time around, they chose to go second. They were handed another defeat.
Yes, Michigan State, they're going into it a little bit less break in between, but it looks like both teams are ready, nation. I mean, they're looking at rear and ready to go. They didn't even ask. They're already showing that they are ready to go. But this is it. CCS Season 5 National Championship. Michigan State, the Spartans versus Akron Gold, the Zips. We are ready to go.
Game number 1. The national title game kicks off for a 5th time between two brand new teams in Michigan State. Akron looking for a 2nd title. And let's do this thing. Game 1, we're underway.
Yeah, and this is going to be one heck of a fun match. I would expect it to be. We are quite literally seeing the best of the best competing here tonight for this one matchup. And Akron, they have looked good, and they're going to get things going. Melio, who is a runner for the MVP, will pick up goal number 1.
And Akron's best scorer this weekend. He's been the most lethal shooter in the country in this tournament. Emilio has done a stellar job and holding Akron to success this season. It's a 19-second start for the Zips. They break a curse of a 10-minute offensive nightmare.
And they're going to be looking to keep up that pace intensely here. They do not want to give Michigan State a moment to breathe. We saw that being incorporated from both teams in their respective national semifinals. Akron, they put pedal to the metal, went toe-to-toe with Mizzou. They did not let them have a moment. Michigan State did the exact same thing to Drexel since game 1. They were all over them and now clashing in the Natty.
These two teams have not met this season either, Tronas, which is something to go off to kind of, keep track of. That last season Akron and Drexel had met in the regular season, so these two teams had never met in CCS. This is their first meeting. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch how it breaks out.
I know. Ultimately, there's so much that can happen in a best-in-7 series. We can see one team take further control. We can see one team adapt, make the comeback from behind. We will just have to wait and see. But game 1, only a minute 20 gone. It has been a battle through and through so far. Akron have stormed away with the lead, but Michigan State looking due for their first knee. To be careful to protect here. Knock far side. Oxy cuts it off, trying to keep the offense going for the Zips.
Minute 30 gone. Morvo bumped off, and Akron is continuing that offense lethality we saw early against Missouri. It just feels like they haven't let off.
Yeah, they really have not. I mean, we know they had that little bit of a break between series as well, watching Michigan State take down Drexel. That's got to be something that's a little bit threatening to see, as, again, Akron got swept by Drexel in non-conference play. Then to see Michigan State take them down 4-1 has to be a little bit scary to look towards. But Akron, they don't seem to be all too worried about it. They are dominant to open things up. They're looking to find another here. Oxy backboard leaves it for Emilio. He's got a second.
2:50 to go, and Akron on the board again. It's a 2-0 start for Akron. Emilio's got 2, and it's just that's not posted anywhere, but I'd love to know the number for how many times the team that has played first has won compared to the team that's played second in the title game.
I mean, we would have to go back and really do some digging into CCS history, but ultimately we will indeed have to see, as Akron, they are looking so strong to open things up. Michigan State, they need to find a way to battle back. Early op-bomb shot staved away by Oxy. Now back out to the midfield we go. Could be a play developing. Knock to Morvu. Knock was that playmaker back in that series versus Drexel. Had so many assists to open things up. Morvu fires high. Knock diving in. Saved by Jonathan. Akron still leading 2-0.
2:19 to go, and Akron still in front. And this beige color has always treated Akron well throughout their course in CCS. They were blue when they played Drexel, so then Drexel was yellow. So this beige color, they've been undefeated on it.
Yeah, I mean, just that Akron gold. I mean, we've seen this color quite a bit. That, light gold, tan, whatever you want to call it. I mean, we've seen it being rep by Colorado for quite some time, and then Colorado exited, and now it's been kind of that staple of Akron being able to take it over, being the national championships, the reigning national champs, and they're looking to once again treat it well, but Morvu cuts the lead in half. MSU are on the board.
A minute 43 to go, and Jonas, speaking of colors, we've seen this exact colorway in a title game before with Colorado and Oregon about a year ago.
Yeah, but it did favor the team in the tan, as that was a great Game 7 series between the Ducks and the Buffaloes, and Colorado got the job done. We'll see if Akron can do it again. Jonathan, double inbound save by Morvu. Milio looking for a hat trick here. He might find his way through. Late touch shut down again by Morvu, holding the line for the Spartans.
It's been the sort of the series we could have, asked for, Jonas. And, there's no offensive drought. It is just pure bloodbath early on in this series. Emilio getting the Zips offense started. Now Morvu and Knoxville trying to connect for two. Rebound over, couldn't turn it away. Now up on a chance. Back to midfield, finds Knock, but Jonathan cuts it away.
An incredible save from Emilio to stay in. And now this shot being turned away by Jonathan. A little bit of congestion. Oxy breaks free. There's no one left to stop him. He walks the dog all the way home.
58 seconds in Akron. On top by 2 again, and Michigan State burned on an overcommit.
Yeah, just could not get their bearings around the midfield. And Oxy too quick to it. And now Akron, they look poised to take this first game in this national championship. Jonathan trying to add on a fourth. Knock up to meet him into the ceiling. Sidewall it goes. Emilio taking control as well. 50s his way through. Wants to take out Morvu, who will escape wide. Gets out to Oxy. Another even 50, but only 40 seconds. Michigan State running out of time, running out of chances.
38 seconds to go. Jonathan fires. Big save for Knock, now transitioned by Morvu, looking for a flip reset off the mark as Akron's defense will clean that one up with ease. Jonathan once more, quick shot there, turned away by Op-Bomb off the save, and Michigan State still trailing 2 with under 30 to play.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to bring it back. It looks like Akron have just done enough to hold on. Morvu sidewall 18 boost, misses here to fall 2 Knock. Gonna have one big boom downfield. Oxy is bumped, but it's off the upper 90 fall from Up-Bomb. Saved by Jonathan, and that'll do it for game number 1. The reigning champs of Akron take the first.
And Akron get their game 1 results back to 50-50 with 3-3 after, losing game 1 earlier. We'll finish this tournament 3-3 in game 1. Not a bad result there, but Akron 1-0 in the most pivotal round of them all.
Emilio unstoppable, 2 for 4. Oxy, you got to mention him as well. 100% gold participation, getting one of his own, assisting the 2 to Emilio. Akron, their defense just working impeccably there. Their offense working so well with one another. Something we saw them struggle with in the early games versus Missouri. This time in the national championship versus Michigan State, they are in a flow state. They are working as a unit.
That they are. And again, it's just game 1, though. We see Michigan State respond. We'll see what they do in game 2. But, what a start to this championship game.
Yeah, Akron, they just look incredibly strong. Michigan State, they got to be able to collect their bearings a little bit more. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit of a shell shock going from a series where they dominated Drexel to immediately turning around, and Akron showed them what's up in game number 1. They got to be able to stabilize, get right back into it. I would expect them to do just that. But that being said, Akron, they're looking to go up early 2-0, and they're trying to keep the pedal to the metal.
That they are. Game 2 There's a lot of you guys in chat. Let us know. Drop your predictions down below. What's going to happen in this title game? Is Jonas and I have talked a lot about it, and I've got Akron winning, and you had Akron losing to Drexel. So, I had Akron winning at 7 against Drexel. But Michigan State, again, nobody had them winning a title. They're trying to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah, that's probably one of the crazy stats of the entire bracket challenge that we had. Plenty of people had Michigan State making it to the Natty. Not one person, any bracket submission, had them winning it all.
Michigan State, again, now a lot of people to prove wrong tonight. They're, again, a series away from doing just that, but the Akron trying to become the first team ever to win 2 titles here in CCS.
And they very well could. Getting game 1 is obviously a great start, and getting a dominant looking game when it was only a 3-1 scoreline, but it just felt like Akron were in control for almost all of that game. And now trying to keep pushing that pace here in game number 2. Melio wants a bump on Opbomb. He sneaks by, gets it out to Morvu through the midfield. One heavy touch. It'll be right back in the hands of the Zips.
Look at Akron, 6 games to beat Drexel last season. We'll see how long it takes this series to crown a champion as Jonathan fires. No good. Melio off the wall looking for a double. Couldn't turn away. Opbomb off the save again for the Spartans. And again, this first minute, highly electric on both ends.
Yeah, it's a good demo from Opbomb, trying to really force his way through. Knock just sitting in front, not trying to let anyone from Akron reach it. Opbomb misses an open look on the shot. Jonathan trying to sneak his way through. No good. It's wide, and a little bit of an awkward sequence on both ends of the pitch. Now it will fall back to MSU on offense.
See Akron back into Michigan State's territory. Opbomb trying to control Akron. Look in front. Knock will clear it wide for the Spartan defense. Almost 2 minutes into game 2. This time, no early goals.
Yeah, not a ton of early shots. I mean, we're 2 minutes through. Akron, they have 2 shots logged right now, and Michigan State, they have 0.
And they've been under siege for a minute here, Jonas, with Akron's offense just continuing to get good opportunities in front of this net. It's more of in transition. There's their first shot, just going to trickle wide. Akron now back the other way, and again, Akron got through Missouri in 6, and Michigan State beat Drexel in 5, but Jonathan's got the first.
Oh my word, Melia, what control, what grace up high, then a vicious demo out in front. Jonathan there to put it away. Akron up 1-0 in game number 2, and that offense just comes seemingly out of nowhere.
Well, if Michigan State were to win this championship, it would require winning multiple games in a row now against Akron. They can no longer afford to trade games back and forth.
Yeah, they absolutely cannot. I mean, if Akron pick up this second game, that's just so much more difficulties to overcome for Michigan State, having to get multiple in a row. And right now, Akron, we know they're a team. They don't drop multiple in a row.
Well, it doesn't matter now. Mathematically, it's impossible. They can't trade games back and forth. Akron would win it by game 6 if they were to start trading. But 2 minutes ago, Michigan State needs to at least win 2 in a row, but Akron trying to get a 2-0 start here for themselves.
Yeah, all they have to do, continue holding this pace, keep the pedal to the metal. Knock almost got himself a great redirect on target, just missed wide, trying to hunt down Oxy Melio through the corner. Not enough boost to find himself a double Morvu. Squishy save out. Knock will extend it forward towards the corner. We are seeing Michigan State struggle to kind of keep possession close. We're seeing a lot of heavy touches, and Akron are more than happy to kind of receive those on the defensive side. As you can see, Opbomb again booming this one away towards the corner, tries to pick it back up, but Akron doing a great job at holding control possession. Melio gets through a couple, will leave the corner boost, now looking for something middle.
Melio looks for a 50 more. We're going to put this one back away to the corner, and Akron still trying to deal in Michigan State territory. Jonathan looking for one opportunity more. We're going to turn that one wide again. 1:12 to go. The Spartans still trailing 1.
And they just need to find themselves some more offense here, Nation. They still only have 1 shot in the first 4 minutes of this game. Melio looking for another hill connect. Melio and Jonathan seem unstoppable.
Emilio's put on an MVP-like performance all weekend long, Jonas, and he's looking poised for the most valuable player if Akron can win it.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. You have to get the job done. You have to prove that your team is the best of the best, and that you are the most valuable on that team. But we'll see if Emilio and the Zips can get the job done. As Oxy and Jonathan, they're still looking to make cases for themselves as well. But getting through MSU has got to be the toughest part. 40 seconds here. Oxy, no touch here. Emilio, slow touch, low Morvu will take it away. He's in a good spot. Oxy has low boots, but the immediate challenge is there. Jonathan will clear it away over Upbomb, and the Spartans can get no traction here in this series.
Not at all. And Michigan State need to in the last 20 seconds to equalize this thing, but Oxy trying to keep Michigan State pinned down in green territory here as Akron's offense just has continued to put on a clinic tonight.
Yeah, it really has, and ultimately we're not seeing an incredibly high-scoring offense from Akron, but we are just seeing unceasing pressure from the Zips. They are not letting go for a moment, and Michigan State, I don't know what they can change going forward, but they need to find something as the Zips are up 2-0 early.
Well, first of all, their defense has to find a way to deal with the offensive pressure of Akron. Second of all, their offense has to go score.
Yeah, that being the biggest thing. Getting shut out here is, again, monumental for Akron to kind of keep that pace going. I mean, seeing a 5-1 aggregate ultimately doesn't seem huge, but seeing Michigan State go from dominating to Drexel to only putting up 1 goal in 2 games seems insane.
Yeah, I mean, it really is insane. Michigan State shut out again here by Akron, and I think the 3rd time this tournament. In this series, Akron just, again, on paper, probably aren't favorites compared to what we've seen this weekend from Michigan State and the slow starts from Akron, but they've gotten about as good of a start as you could have in this tournament.
Yeah, I think that's the crazy thing. We've been talking about Akron and their slow starts. We mentioned it big time versus Mizzou. We mentioned it pregame. We saw it happen in real time. They struggled in those first few games as Mizzou were leading them 2-1, and then they locked in and were unbeatable. But here versus Michigan State, they're not wasting any time. They are taking it to the Spartans right out the gate, and now they're up 2-0. Michigan State, they need to find themselves a game here.
We lost Jonathan for a second there. He is back, and Jonathan is the reigning MVP last season as he did win it for Akron when they took down Drexel in the title game tonight. It's been all Emilio, and it's been all Emilio all weekend long.
Yeah, it really has been, and we've seen Emilio's offense just step up to levels unheard of, and we'll see if he can keep that pace going for the rest of this national championship and try and help Akron finish things out. But Game 3 underway. Michigan State, they need to try and fight their way back. They cannot go down 0-3.
And they cannot afford an 0-3 start this championship game. And again, Jonathan has played a big defensive role for this Akron team, and he's made a couple of incredible saves this weekend to keep Akron alive in these series for as long as they have been in this tournament. 40 seconds down, and if this game goes south for Michigan State, it might just be over.
Yeah, it really just might be. I mean, trying to get 4 in a row as Oxy going to put this one away right side Michigan State. The defense just kind of falls apart here.
And Upbomb went off the side of the post there and lost control of his car. And with 48 seconds in, Akron, a 1-0 start.
Yeah, Morvu kind of went forward looking for a bump on Oxy, missed the bump, and then as you mentioned, Upbomb really awkward off that post. Now, Knock will fire high, he misses. Follow-up from Upbomb is high. Jonathan will turn in a clear momentarily. Good demo out front from Upbomb. Morvu slows down the clear, but ultimately that's another big chance for Michigan State weren't quite able to take a hold of.
Morvu starting the transition here. Flip reset over one, but the pass to Knock. It's going to be good for Knock. 1-1.
And Michigan State put one away after quite a while of not finding much of anything here. A great reset, a slight 50 for Morvu. Knock there to take full advantage and put it away in point-blank range. Akron looking to get it right back. Michigan State, they're on the board, and they got to use that to kind of springboard their offense back into effect.
That they do. Jonathan off the ceiling is Knock. We'll just off the mark, though, and Oxy will clear this one upfield for Akron. And the first minute 20 gone off the clock. And the Zips offense, Jordan, has been lethal time, but Michigan State now starting to wake up a little bit.
Yeah, but they need to stay consistent, and now we're gonna see Knock have another look here as the defense from Akron just couldn't find themselves a touch.
And Morvo getting involved in the assists there. Knock finding his second of the game. 2 of 3, 3:28 to play. It is a 2-1 Spartan lead.
Yeah, and that was actually just a big miss from Oxy out in front. Not only did he miss it, he actually bumped Jonathan as well, and that was the reason that no one could get a touch on that despite 2 Zips players being there. And Michigan State more than happy with that result as that gives them a lead here in game number 3. Now we'll see if Akron can restabilize, get it back, but Michigan State, they're looking to take this lead and run with it.
Yes, they are. In 3 minutes now to go in game number 3, and Akron trailing for the first time in this championship game. We'll see how they play from behind.
Yeah, Oxy looking to try and get it to Emilio, but he had low boost to try and really recover off the ceiling and get there. Op bomb, playing things slow. Now will work his way out through the midfield. Late 50 here. Gets past Emilio. Morvu trying to do the same. And you can see now that they have the lead, Michigan State playing a little bit more cautious, a little bit more careful, really focusing on taking possession, finding dribbles where they have the space, and not giving any free looks to Akron.
Apt time in game number 3, and Emilio just wide there, and that was over Morvu if it was placed on target, which it was not. But Michigan State's defense trying to hold on to a 1-goal margin here.
Good challenge there from Knock, taken away from Oxy. Emilio through the corner, trying to force his way through. Morvu takes the late 50 up into the ceiling, goes to Oxy. He's going to have a look, wants a double, no good, and ultimately Akron not able to connect with a lot of offensive touches here after dropping their lead. Now Knock will have a big clear out, op bomb demo, and turn trying to put this one middle for Morvo. Another bump. The shot is off target. Michigan State can't extend.
1:44 to play. Akron. Jonathan to Emilio. Fires. Corner. Good. 2-0.
And I mean, we have just seen this time and time again. Jonathan has done well as the first man, really opening things up, and he finds Emilio time and time again. And again, one of the best strikers we have seen in the league. 80 miles an hour, far post side. You just cannot stop that kind of shot. You need to stop it before it even develops.
Yeah, and Michigan State too slow to challenge it there, and let the shooting lane open up for Emilio. And again, he's got another one in this series. 90 seconds to play as Michigan State has to win this game to really have a chance.
Yeah, you feel like this is just do or die at this moment. Morvu, soft shot. Emilio plays it over to Oxy, trying to work his way out of the corner. That he does through the midfield. Knock, one turnaround. Jonathan, he was looking for Emilio. You can see him start to set up that touch to the far side. Now a pinch will go right back into the MSU half, but Michigan State trying to keep their defense in line.
1 minute warning in game number 3. Jonathan trying to put Michigan State to a 3-0 hole. As again, Akron just continuing with this unrelenting pressure draw. It's another 50 in front, but no one there to challenge it till it was too late, as Akron's offense still dealing in the Michigan State zone.
And they are just putting on shot after shot. Jonathan, another knock, will make the save, tries for a clear. Demo on the far side. Emilio's 50 is wide. A great touch from Opbomb to get it safely back through the corner. Morvu, a flick up high. Final 30 seconds of regulation. Overtime looming. Akron have had a ton of offensive pressure as of late. Maybe a late look. Emilio through the sidewall, running low on boost. Morvu, initial challenge. Opbomb plays it through the midfield. 15 seconds left.
13 to go. Akron will look to try to end it here in regulation. 10 to play. Morvu killed Akron. A power play with 5 to go. Off bump finds a critical bump. That clear should bring us to overtime.
Yeah, Knock, he will just let it drop. Akron had so much pressure at the end of regulation. Can they keep it going and go up 3-0 over MSU in the national championship? Jonathan trying to go across. Emilio is there. Morvu got a great piece of it. Oxy waiting back patiently as third. We'll just let it roll up the back while taking all the time and space he could possibly get. Leaving it for Emilio. Now towards the side while he goes. Knock looking to be the first to challenge. Emilio fakes him out through the corner. Jump on the far side. Morvu who's last alive, he'll make it clear.
30 seconds into overtime. A big block there for Oxy. Going to keep Akron at a 2-2 set. Emilio a little bit too close to midfield there to get to that challenging time. But Akron looking to now go back on defense with their offense. It's just continuing to be just a pain for Michigan State.
Yeah, I very well could see a counterattack goal happening, though, for Michigan State. If we keep seeing this kind of pressure from Akron, if they're not able to break through, they very well could overextend. Jonathan snapshot saved quickly by Morvu. We'll see what the Zips try and do, because they've had about 2 straight minutes of full pressure through the end of regulation and in this overtime so far. And Michigan State have been holding well, but not for much longer, as Oxy finds Jonathan. Akron are up 3-0 in the Natty.
And minute 9 ended. It's 3-0. Jonathan and gets the overtime winner. And Akron now 6 of 9 in overtime in this tournament. And Akron, my goodness, 1 win away from a back-to-back title.
Not only a back-to-back title, trying to sweep their way through Michigan State to do it. That would be absolutely unreal.
Now Michigan State will need a reverse sweep to win a national championship, and that would be probably one of the greatest endings to a title game we've ever seen.
It most likely would, but Michigan State, they have a lot of work to do to try and get there as we head to Utopia Coliseum, Game 4. Michigan State, this is all they have. Their backs are against the wall. They need 4 in a row. Akron, they want to get it done and end it here.
It's only ever been 4 best-of-7 reverse sweeps in CCS history. Michigan State trying to make it 5, 2 of which have occurred in the tournament. We'll see if they can make it a third time here in the CCS championships. It's already happened once in this championship event, Jonas, and Michigan State can make it 2 with more fires, more Oxy. A big save. Akron trying to end the season of Michigan State right here and right now.
You can see MSU already looking for that early offensive pressure, but Akron not going to let them have it. This one barred down, hanging on the goal line. The save is made by Oppom, and that one ripped away from the Zips. 30
seconds now, Emilio. Across open territory, and Michigan State's defense going to put on a clinic if they're going to have any chance of a comeback here, Jonas.
Yeah, they really will. And again, we need to see the offense from Michigan State find that more consistency. We need to see them get through the midfield more, as Akron have just been completely dominating in terms of pressure. Morvu a little bit awkward here off the backboard. Jonathan looking to take advantage. That he does. Akron get a freebie to open up Game 4.
And Akron gifted a start from Morvu. He had no boost. That ball just had to fall. Knock also with nothing. And Akron strike first.
In Michigan State, this is where the mental gets tough. I mean, if it wasn't already being down 0-3 in the national championship, trying to respond after that kind of mistake can always be so difficult. Morvu places it to the backboard. Melio leaves it for Oxy. He'll take it away. Oppom searching for demos, maybe a more physical look for Michigan State, and you can't blame them. They're just trying anything.
Oh, that was almost incredible. For a second, and Oppom off the save there, and Akron starting to get a little bit creative with how they're attacking on offense.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't blame them. Again, having this kind of lead, sometimes you just want to get more creative, go for more of those highlight reel plays, and sometimes that's just the best chance you're going to get. Jonathan out to Melio, speeds it down the pitch. He's off the ceiling, looking for a read. This one off the crossbar. He's got the rebound. Melio!
Wow, that is disgusting. 320. Melio finds a multi-goal lead at Jonas. Akron has been a slow starting team in every round of this tournament. Tonight, in this national title game, they have came out with a vengeance and punched Michigan State in the mouth. It's 3-0 and a 2-0 lead in Game 4. Akron, 3 minutes away from a title.
Yeah, we've seen them start a little bit quiet, start a little bit more silent. This is not that. This is pure and utter fire and fury from the Zips, and you can tell Michigan State, they just have no answer.
This is the best Akron has looked in this series in a long time. At least we've gotten to watch it. The turnaround from Drexel in week 1 to now is absurd.
This is the best Akron I've looked ever, in my opinion, and They know it too. You can see Emilio just pre-jumping anything, because why not? At this point, you are in full and complete control. Even if Michigan State are able to pick up one, you still have yourselves a lead. Jonathan down to Emilio, looking to take control into the corner. He goes looking for something middle. Oxy trying to dive in as well. Michigan State, they can just find themselves no stability.
2:19 to go, and Akron still a 2-0 lead. Jordan, what has to change for Michigan State here in the last 2 minutes?
I mean, everything needs to change. The defense has got to be able to find a way to stop things. The offense needs to find a way to connect more, and the midfield pressure almost non-existent from MSU, and they got to find a way to shut down Emilio. That's a great save late from Oppom as he wanted that air dribble bump.
150 to play here in game number 4. Michigan State just can't find an answer, and they've looked so good all tournament long. Their offense has been one of the most lethal offenses in the country, but against Akron, it has been non-existent.
Yeah, it really has. This has been an absolutely crazy showing from Akron. I mean, we know they're the reigning champs. We knew they were the favorites going into the tournament this season. We have not seen Akron look this dangerous ever.
This is just a whole other level in Akron. I mean, if you're going to go big, this is the game to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm sorry, Nation. This is just absolutely absurd to see what Michigan State did to Drexel, and then you turn around and you have this kind of series where Akron are giving them nothing.
And Akron had to wait an hour. They had to watch Michigan State just go ham on Drexel, and they have come into this title game on a whole other level.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, again, this is just absolutely insane from Akron. I mean, I don't even know. Currently, Nation, the aggregate scoring is 3-10 in this series so far, and Akron, they have just been in complete control. You can see Michigan State, they're trying to do everything they can to just break through and find a goal, but Akron, an immovable object here in the national championship, 20 seconds away from securing it.
18 to go, and this clock is going to continue to tick down. Emilio wants one more. That's going to do it.
Emilio adds on another here in game number 4 in 11 seconds. It's only for show at this point. Akron are going to be your Collegiate Conference Series Season 5 champions.
And Oxy, talk about the physicality. 66 demos at the CCS Championship, averaging 3.3 demos a game. That is really leveled up this Akron offense too, and the physicality factor. But Akron, the CCS Season 5, the national champions, they've gone back-to-back.
Yeah, they have, and that is it. Akron do the impossible, back-to-back national championships for the first time in Collegiate Conference Series history. Akron get it done, and they make it look easy.
A 4-0 rout of Michigan State in the title game. That was the most dominant title game we've ever seen in CCS. Jordan, and what a way for Akron to get it done. My goodness.
That was absolutely absurd. Easily the best looking we've ever seen Akron Gold, and they showed up, they showed out, they said they wanted Michigan State, and they found Michigan State. They found all of them.
That they did, and that was unreal. I mean, the turnaround is just crazy to watch.
It really is. I mean, again, we saw Michigan State look unstoppable versus Drexel. And again, Drexel were one of the favorites to go all the way and win it all. And Michigan State, they took them down. And Michigan State, they were looking to prove everyone wrong and win it. But Akron, they had something to say about it. We knew Jonathan and this team was confident going into the tournament. And boy, did they show us why.
We're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to have Jonathan with us to join us for an interview with the national champions. And again, Emilio, the MVP of CCS Season 5. We'll see you guys here in a second after the break with a special interview with Jonathan. Welcome back to the CCS National Championships. We're joined by national champion Jonathan and his teammate MVP Emilio. And Akron, again, get it done in Game 4. Jonathan, what did it take this weekend to win a national title again?
We had some difficulties the earlier matches, like even through like the beginning of the tournament, just with getting used to different teams that we haven't really played yet. So once we got through that, today was we had 100% confidence, and we knew we were going to get it done.
Fair enough. I mean, you guys had slow starts with Virginia Tech, Dayton, and in the first couple of rounds. What changed today, though, especially in the title game? You guys came out 4-0 against one of the best teams in the country, and your offense was incredible.
Yeah, it was just one of those days where all of us were feeling pretty good, and when that doesn't happen like all the time, obviously. So when it does happen, it usually turns out pretty well for us. So we just kind of went into our first match and feeling pretty good, and then we knew coming into this final we had it.
I did want to ask what changed in that national semifinal versus Missouri. You guys were down, 1-2 going into that fourth game, and then you guys absolutely took control. You shut down one of the best offenses in the league in Missouri, and obviously Bubs is one of the most offensive threatening players that we got in CCS. What was that change like in the national semifinal?
Yeah, it's tough because we knew they were going to be a hard challenge, because in the past times we've played them, it's been pretty even, I would actually say. I'm not sure how many times we've actually played them over the course of our CRL career, but it's been pretty close every single time, and with their roster has been getting a lot better. So it was a challenge at first, but we were able to adapt and figure out their play style based off of what we've been going up against recently. So after those first 3 games, we were going back and forth. We were able to pull it together. But, as for going from that into going into the Michigan State for the final, we had a good warm up. We had a good warm up before both matches, and then, just hanging out, getting some good food and stuff, and getting fueled. Emilio was warmed up, which, you saw that he was going absolutely ridiculous. When he gets hot, it is so stupid. We're just baffled in our call. It's so dumb. And then absolute scrimpage from Oxy. So we couldn't really ask for anything else more. We going up 3-0. We knew we were going to sweep them in that fourth game. So
yeah, that's fair. I mean, you guys had a heck of a weekend, and getting the slow starts were slow starts, but you guys figured out a way to turn it around when it mattered most. It got it done.
Yeah, no, it was incredible to see. I mean, I knew you guys had confidence going into it. Part of me didn't want to see the championship get run back, the natty get run back between you guys and Drexel. It was good to see Michigan State show up, but unfortunately, yeah, you guys were just kind of a step above. I mean, that was absolutely insane from y'all.
Yeah, like I said in another interview before the tournament started, what I tell you guys, I mean, yeah. I wasn't lying. I told you guys, everyone that was guessing their brackets, I don't know what they're thinking choosing these other teams.
My bad. Hey, my bad.
Hey, yeah, you did it too. You deserve to get called out for that. But it's okay.
I still think I had one of the most accurate brackets out of all the analysts. I just want to say.
Hey, well, accurate versus the winner. What's more important,
Well, I mean, I'd like to say
for next time though.
There you go.
I mean, I'd like to say I had you guys winning Jonathan, and you helped my bracket out a little bit more. And going into obviously next season, if you guys both return, you'll play Michigan State to open up your season. And thoughts on an early game with the Spartans again?
I won't be surprised if we see them again in the regular season. I won't be surprised if we see them again in the late rounds of the playoffs. So, but as Emilio wants me to say, it'll be a winner chicken dinner, and it's going to be no problemo for the boys at Akron Gold. So,
well,
I think we have to quote him on that.
We will have to, but Jonathan, we appreciate you guys competing as always. It's been fun to watch you guys play this season. And again, congratulations on winning national champions again. You've made history winning back-to-back. What a way to get it done.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Everybody, we'll see you guys next season for CCS Season 6 this summer. It's been Nation and Dronis alongside Jonathan, national champion. We'll see you guys later.